Yeah, shalom to everybody. While we wait for everybody to come into the live, see who and who will be here with us here right now. Shalom to Sister Liline. Shalom to you, sis. Alright, so I'm doing a audio broadcast today. Then later on I'll do explaining live. But today I want to talk about again the different phases, and we also want to talk about the different magnitudes of earthquakes. We also want to discuss what is an aftershock, which don't exist, and anything else you all would like to talk about today. I would like to hear whatever you all have to say. All right. So as you can see there with the picture that is showing there, the angel taking his sword and thrusting it into the earth, and that is what brings us the earthquakes. Um, there's nothing like the earth just moving for itself. No, that is not the case here. So I like to say shalom and special good evening to all my true brothers and sisters who truly walking in righteousness, and those who are truly walking in holiness, and those who are truly remaining on path. All right. While we wait for people to share the life and thing, I like to just do a shout out to you, Sister Commander, one of our commanders, Sister Liline Valley, right? Shalom. Erika Webicina, that from Indonesia. Cindy Alexander from Trinidad. Mary Assyria from Cali. Peng Haijosa from the Philippines. We wait now for more people to join in with us as we discuss the most pressing issues affecting humanity today. Right. So I use the word most pressing because I just wanted to give you all an idea of what I'm really trying to explain. Also to remember that this live will be replayed. There will be a replay on this live maybe sometime soon in the near future. But today we're going to talk about what is going on right now in California. What is going on right now in California is not what USGS tell you, because USGS telling you all that is aftershocks. That's the reason why there are earthquakes. So one of the things that I want to discuss with you all today is how a mega earthquake that happened the 4th of July could still affect or could still cause so-called aftershocks. After so long, they're still talking about aftershocks still occurring after the 7.5 magnitude earthquake, which they downgrade to 7.1. It really was a 8.5 earthquake that happened in California. Right? It really was a 8.5 magnitude that happened in California, but they downgraded to a lower grade so that people do not know the true magnitude or the true depth or the true deception of what they plan to do in a few more days from now. Not weeks. We don't have weeks here. We don't have months here. We don't have years here anymore. We have a few days. And I'm saying this in a way for you all to understand. A few days could simply means also too as well. It can mean a few more weeks, a few more months, but it doesn't mean a few years anymore. If that was the case and we was really going to remain here until, let's say, 2030, if we was really going to remain here until 2030, therefore no earthquakes would have been happening. No saturation wouldn't have been taking places like New York. Right now, New York, right now in New York, places in New York is being saturated right now as we speak. Right, so places in New York is being saturated, and those are just one of the phases that we're going to discuss today. It have a lot of phases. I told you all already. It have 12 different phases, and on a past life, I did explain about the different magnitudes of phases that will have to happen for the bigger phases to happen. Remember, Abba didn't just create the earth in one day or in 7 days. It takes 7 years to fulfill the creation of the earth. All right. So now we're going to remove the equation of science and religion from the whole deception. We're going to remove the equation of science. What I want you all to do is to start to share this live is going to be very, very important. It's not going to be long, like say an hour or 10 minutes or 10 hours or anything like that. The live is just going to be for half an hour. Or pocket remain a half an hour talking to you all here, and then later on we will jump on a different topic. We're going to talk about something else. All right, so let me just introduce myself again. I am Archangel Samuel. That is who I am. I am the fifth angel of the end time apocalypse. That's why everything that I say will happen. It will come to pass wherever, um, whatever time that it will happen, it will happen. All right. So just wanted to let you all know that. Um, so that is for those who know coming in and those who know coming in and those who know joining the live, so that they will have an idea. Well, A, X, and Y, Z is the case, and they're not falling into any snare or any trap or anything like that. So that's to let them know now. Also too for the hypocrites and the hypocrites who will join us. The hypocrites will join us. The so-called followers will join us. The Marcos will join us. The the USCS thieves will join us. They will join us very soon. All right. But what I just want to discuss with you all today is the different phases that we are actually in the seventh phase right now. Remember, I tell you all it's 12 phases, right? We're in the seventh phase, crossing from the seventh phase, going into the eighth phase. So, in other words, we're not really on the seventh phase. We passed the seventh phase already, but we're still in the seventh phase. Remember, I will not come out and tell you all flat X, Y, and Z going and happen here, there, and everywhere. I won't come out and tell you all flat. I'll just give you all an idea. I'll just give you all, so that you all will formulate it in your mind, so that you all will know, hey, Bro really did talk about that. Bro really did speak in connection to that, so that you all will have an idea now of what exactly I'm talking about, what I'm going to discuss. So that's the reason why it doesn't really give people the full magnitude of the destruction of what's going to happen, A, Y, or wherever it's going to take place. I don't give people the full scale of the destruction, because not that I don't want people to know about it. It's because some people will use that as a way to be scared or to be in fear, all them kind of thing. I'm not scaring people. I don't be on no scare tactics thing, right? I don't really be on that scare tactic thing with nobody whatsoever, right? So I just here to just open your eyes, so that you will open your eyes to see it. All right, so what we're going to do is we are going to focus on the picture that is before us now. Right? We're going to focus on the picture that is before us. The picture that we're seeing before us is an angel with a sword. As you can see, the angel with the sword, the angel is mounted off the ground, not on the ground, and the angel have two wings. So we seen the angel with the two wings, right? Now I can't really adjust the screen anyhow. I just did it so that you all could see it. What we're looking at is that the angel now taking his sword and thrusting it into the earth. Now the angel going to a specific depth, because the swords that you're seeing here is not normal swords. They are not like the normal swords where it is used to do battle with. The normal swords used to do battle with. These swords are different measurements on it, right? These swords are different measurements on it, and they go to according to the depth. So let me say the depth is 10 feet. Let me say the depth is 10 kilometers. They go down 10 kilometers. 10 kilometers could be any magnitude. It could be 5.5. You see, the reason why they just get a greater scale on the Richter scale or the Richter scale, whatever they call the scale. The reason why they just get a greater scale or a greater mountain magnitude is because of the way how they rock the sword, the way how they push the sword, the way how they push the sword to go down. And another thing I want you all to understand is that the swords that they are using is not spiritual swords. It's not the swords that they are used to do battle in the spirit. It's a natural sword, but the sword that they're using to do it is a specific sword that they're using to dig the earth, to crack the earth then, right? And recently Abraham did show a crop circle, which I'm going to be teaching about that in a few days from now. Let me say about this Friday here, praise Yah. This Friday here I will be teaching a new crop circle. Came out about maybe some years or whatever. I can't remember, some years or some months, but the crop circle have exactly what we are doing. All right. So the reason why I can explain to the public where the magnitude will happen, what magnitude will happen, where it will happen, where exactly will be the magnitude, how soon will be an earthquake, how soon they will be here, how soon they will go there. That is because I am a part of this plan. And without me being the key of this plan, nothing would have been happening right now. Yes, I boasting because people saying how they could do without me. Right? You can't do it without me. Right? I am the key. If you only accept Elohim, they will not accept you. They will not accept you. You still need to remain rooted and grounded, so that the key could continue to direct your path. So the key will continue to lead, to correct you when you're going wrong, so that the key now will continue to keep you on path, so that you do not fall. Because as I said already, a lot of people are going to fall. A lot of people are going to fall. All right, and we're trying to avoid that from happening. All right, we're trying to avoid that from happening. All right, a new magnitude have now been detected, and it happened in Argentina, 4.2. All right. So as I was saying already, as I just saying to you all already, depths. All right. Let me talk about 2018. What happened 2018 had earthquakes, yes, but the earthquakes wasn't every single day. 2017 had earthquakes, but it was like 1, 2, or 3 earthquake maybe every 3 months or so. An earthquake happened, but now it's every day. Every day, every 15 minutes, an earthquake happens. Every 15 minutes, sometimes every 5 minutes, an earthquake happens. All right. So I just want you all to see the big change. This is a big change. This is a real big change that's taking place on Earth, and people ignoring the fact that the earthquakes that's happening now is not normal. It's not the prevalent earthquakes. It's not normal now, since Abraham started to do things differently, right? So there will be, yes. All right. Let me talk about regress. I can't pronounce the name right, but I think it's in Trona, and that is in CA, which is California. That is in the Southern California and in the Central California. That is the reason why the magnitudes are small. I explained to you all some weeks ago about the different magnitudes and the reason why they cannot execute both magnitudes at the same time. Sometime when they do execute at 6.6, they could have done it by, do at 3.0 and the next 3.0, and then you'll get 3.1, or no, sir, you'll get 6.1. But when anytime they execute a 7.0, a 7.0 is a very serious warning. A 6.1 is a very serious warning. 5.1, 4.1, 3.1. Let me explain to you all. Remember, I explained to you all about the minor, the major, the mini, minor, major. Some of you may have seen a video circling social media where there was a tsunami in Brazil yesterday, right? And they claim that it didn't happen because no earthquake caused the waves to come in. That is a lie. Remember, I told you all, Abraham does do things in advance. Everything is being done in advance. Everything must be done in advance. So while everything is being done in advance, Abraham did the earthquake in advance. And what he did, as I remember, teacher was teaching you all about the different magnitudes. I I teach you all about the different depths. As you all see, the earthquakes is always, sometimes the earthquakes must be 100 and something, sometimes it might be 700, sometimes it might be 5, sometimes, but most of the depths of the earthquakes, right? Most of the depths of the earthquakes that happening, it always 10 kilometers, always 10 kilometers. Why it always 10 kilometers, right? And why? And people may be wondering how I came up with this 10.1, how I come up with this 10.1, because the 10.1 is the end result of all the other magnitudes, or every other thing that is going to happen will fall in line with the 10.1, right? So what I'm going to do is, I don't want to talk about the whole session. I'm going to give people an opportunity to voice their opinion about anything they might want to know. So while I'm on here right now, um, you all can like ask your question, whatever, and let me see how best I can answer them questions that they might have. It's circling. uh Hi, Amin. Yes, salam to you, Sister Rosa and Sarah. Iri. Hi, Iru. Hi, Iru from Indonesia. Hey, what's up to you, brother Frank? Everything cool? Hey, what's up, Daryl from Trinidad? Hey, what's up, Cody from Cali? Zinul. Yeah? Alright, so while we waiting for other people to join in the live, alright? I just want to know if you all have any questions. Yeah, I don't want to stay too long. Most people may be getting cut off and things like that, right? Most people may be getting cut off. Yeah, this is an audio broadcast, not a where you could, see the sky and all this kind of thing. Audio broadcast where we are discussing about the different magnitudes of earthquakes, where exactly going to happen. Or remember, we were talking about Lombok. Lombok is in Indonesia, right? We are going to begin a burst of earthquakes there in Lombok. Now, for the past 7 days, Lombok has been very silent. Lombok and where, boy? Halmahera in Indonesia have had big earthquakes. Big earthquakes happen in Halmahera. We had big earthquakes happening in Bali. In the Bali Sea, we had big earthquakes happening in Seram Sea. All those places in Indonesia, right? We had those activities there. In Papua, I don't know how to say it in your language. I think it's Papua or Papua, Indonesia. And we also had a burst of earthquakes in Papua New Guinea. It's Papua or Papa? I think it's Papua, right? All right, so it's Papua New Guinea. All right, and they also begin some activity there in New Zealand. Well, New Zealand having like thousands of earthquakes. Why nobody reporting about that? Why USGS not reporting about the thousands of earthquakes in New Zealand? Well, I want to report to you all today, right? There have been at least 160,000 earthquakes. 160,000 earthquakes happened in New Zealand, and it just happened. Sometimes it's a 5, sometimes it's a 4, sometimes it's a 3, 2, 1, and then they go back up to 5. So the magnitude really vary. The magnitude vary based on the location, based on the soil texture. Because if the texture of the soil is not 100%, right? um, they will execute earthquakes, but it will remain at 3 point something, 3 point something. It depends on the texture of the texture of the soil. If the texture of the soil is not 100%, right? If the texture of the soil is not 100%, then they will sometime go up to like 5 point something, and then they will go back down to like 3.1 or 3.0, or they might go to 2.1, right? And I saw right now as I speak, they're doing some execution of these tectonic plates around the earth right now, right? And for the Trinidadians who listen, yes, there are earthquakes happening in Trinidad, and I'm just going to name out a few of the places in Trinidad having earthquakes right now: Arima, Tunapuna, Labre, Claxambi, Kuva, um, Woodland, Princess Tong, again, Princess Tong, Moruga, Sandy Grande. Those are the places that right now having frequent earthquakes, and the relevant authority, which is UV Shitmic, known as UV Seismic, they are not really reporting the magnitudes of earthquakes. Also, too, for people to know as well, there are earthquakes happening Carupano right now. There have been at least 100. There have been 100 earthquakes happening in Carupano from last week, from the 7th of July to now. There have been 100 earthquakes happening in Carupano. Belize, that is close to Karaku. They had at least 60 earthquakes. Last 3 days had 60 earthquakes in Belize. They're not reporting it. Colombia, well, you all know Colombia, USCS, and then reporting, because those are places where the elites and them set up their bases and all that kind of thing. All these other places like Belize, Caracol, they don't care about these places. Panama, well, yeah, Panama is part of the elites basing ground. All right, Panama, Costa Rica border. Well, again, Guatemala, all them different places as part of the elite. So that's why you will see it on the earthquake records. You will see it on the earthquake records whenever earthquake happens, whenever they execute a tectonic plate shifting. Well, the shifting had to do with the sword and everything. So I explained that already to you all, and I explained to you all that the sword itself have different measurements. All right. And it really have up to 10.1. It don't have up to 13. It don't have to 14. Because you never hear me say, you never heard me ever say there will be a 13.1 or nothing like that. No. It goes up to a 10.1. Why? Why it goes up to a 10.1? It goes up to a 10.1 because of the depth of the earth, one, and because of the thickness of the earth. So according to the thickness of the earth and wherever Abraham saturates, because right now they're working on the saturation, as you all know too as well, there will be earthquakes happening, yeah, but there will be fireballs to spotted in different places, because you all know, you all seen it. I mean, people actually seeing all this happening, and people still keeping a blind eye of all the things that are happening, right? People keep have a blind eye of all the things that are happening. I'm going to talk about now, right? So depending on the depth, this has a lot to do with the depth. That's why people felt the earthquake, the 8.5 magnitude earthquake that happened in Trinidad last year. They downgraded. UV Shitmic downgraded the earthquake to 6.5 when it was at 8.5. Right? It's the same shit they're doing. The same shit USCS doing. Right? It's the same shit they're doing. But people are seeing that. I exposing the atrocity, the agenda of why they're doing that, and people not listening. But this is just a fraction of the deception. It's according to how deep you are willing to go in the rabbit hole, according to how deep you're really willing to go to learn, to understand the ways of the kingdom, the ways of how our Father does things. If you understand the magnitude of how He does things, then you will understand the magnitude of His mercy. You will understand how much His mercy was really showing forth. You will understand how much sacrifice He had to bear, how much sufferings He had to take, how much mockery He had to go through in order to reach this far. Because we could have ended long time, but His mercy, His mercy is still showing. He's still showing that mercy, That mercy is still being shown. Because as I said already, if Abba execute a let me say if Abba execute 5.0, right? He execute 5.0. 5.0 will give us what? Not 10, not 10.1, because you continue two zeros. And when you count the two zeros, what you get? You count the two zeros, it doesn't get 2, you get 1. This is how the level of understanding of humanity is faded away. That they don't understand the structure of righteousness or the foundation of righteousness. They don't understand the way how Yahuwah does things. That is the reason why they're so back. They're so way back in understanding certain things. Alright? So these are the places: Arima, Tunapuna, Woodland, Claxon Bay, Labris, Sandy Grande, Moruga, Princestown. One last place, St. James in Port of Spain, St. James, Sagaramas, Maturin, Aripa is a little piece of island. It's called Santa P Island. Santa P Island is not far from Aripa. I don't know if I'm saying the name right, but there are earthquakes happening there right now, and the magnitude is always under 3.5. But it's not really 3.5, it's 4.0, 4.5 happening there, but UV Seismic not reporting it. They're not reporting it because it's a prevalent agenda that it will prove that I am right in my drawings. It will prove that my drawing is 1,000,000% accurate, and they really shit. So that's the reason why they're not reporting the earthquakes happening in Trinidad at all. And just like what they're doing in California, they're not reporting some of the earthquakes happening at all, right? So right now as we speak, USGS is saying is 6,000 earthquakes happen. Their number right now is 6,000 earthquakes happen in California, when we know for a fact by now at around this hour is at least 77. How much by? 77,000 earthquakes, because it was so much. It was 70,000 this last night. It was 70,000. And earthquakes happen all through in the night and up till now. And by, let me say, a little later on, they go reach 76 or so. So it's like 77,000 earthquakes. We just talking in advance. Now we reach 77,000 earthquake, then a big earthquake will happen. A big one will happen. When we reach 77, a big earthquake will happen in order to trigger our next event. This is how they does things. That is why on the 4th of July, they decided to just, execute. They decided to just execute. They decided to do, you know what? Let me just execute. Let me just execute it one time because, and the next thing too I want to talk about. They are placing the drawings of the tectonic plate, right? The drawings of the tectonic plate varies. And the drawing of the tectonic plate doesn't map out the whole friggin' island, right? So a lot of people saying, most people who know science and them kind of bullshit, saying how, well, that's how the tectonic plate is. That's not how the tectonic plate is. The tectonic plate is rectangular, triangle. It's at different sizes or different shapes. The tectonic plates are different shapes depending on the foundation of the land. So depending on the foundation of the land, depending on where the main epicenters are, that is where the shape of the tectonic plates are completely different. So when people talk about, well, the tectonic plate is like this and the tectonic plate is like that, No, no, guys. The tectonic plates have different shapes, different sizes, execute different things. So let me say Abba decided to, let me say they decided to execute an earthquake on a rectangular shape. What do you think will happen? You know how a rectangle does look, right? All right. So a rectangle now, right? A rectangle have how much size a rectangle have, and how much size does a square have, right? So we 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 doing the calculation, and the calculations we're doing depending on how the tectonic plate is. So let me say the tectonic plate is rectangular, then we have to multiply uh, the places nearby. Let me say it happened in Southern California, and let me say right where Southern California is, there's a triangle tectonic plate. You have to calculate the distance you have to calculate the distance from the epicenter to, let me say, about 4 kilometers, or 110 kilometers, or you know what I mean now, right? I wasn't really good in maths because or geography and science and all them kind of shit, because I never like it. All right, but I'm just speaking from the spiritual point, the perspective. I'm speaking from the ancient perspective to give you all an idea of what I really explaining to you all. Because I said already, in order to walk, you had to creep, right? You can't creep before you walk. You have to creep first, because when you come out of the womb, you had to learn certain things. You might have to learn certain things on your own, because when you come out of the womb, you have to learn how to, well, your mom does hold in your bottle and breastfeeding you, and then after they give you the bottle. I went through all that already, all that breastfeeding. All of us went through all that when we came here. So I not supposed to go through this whole thing again by explaining to people, right? Or breastfeed them again, or give them milk and give them milk and milk and milk. The milk will hurt your belly. He's a big man, he's a big woman. I mean, he's a big person. In a sense, you're not a little 7 year old. You're not 30 years. He's a big man. He's a big woman. You should have some understanding, right? I'm not saying this to insult anybody or anything like this. I'm just speaking from a really straightforward point of view, and I want people to understand, right, that what they specifically teaching people is shit, rubbish, bullshit. You all know that. I know that. USGS know that. You shit make BMKG in Indonesia. Even Folovix. I think his name is Folovix or Polovix. The Institute of Volcano Technology in the Philippines. They know that, right? So they all know the agenda. I ain't talking about the little minions and them running around and talking about, hey, politics right, or USGS right, and USGS say this, and USGS says it's an aftershock, right? So because USGS says an aftershock, everybody take it and run with it. Run. They just take up any shit that USGS say and they just run with it, right? That is the attitude and mentality of human beings, right? They do not like to support righteousness. They don't love righteousness because they don't know righteousness. Although they are introduced to righteousness, they reject it and they accept unrighteousness. This is the world that we live in. This is the truth. This is the foundation, right? This is the foundation that I teach you. I don't teach you all the foundation of unrighteousness, the foundation of ungodliness. I teach you all the truth, right? Alright guys, so we're coming to the end of today's live broadcast. I said I was going for how much? I said I was going for half an hour. We crossed the half an hour boundary. And I'd just like to know if there's anything else that you all want me to maybe discuss, or anything else, because I'm going to close off now, because I'm not going an hour, 2-3 hours. I'm not wasting that time anymore. Alright? Not going to waste that time anymore to teach people things that they will not understand, or things that they do understand. Yeah, they do understand it, but they just want their own way of understanding. That's the reason why a lot of people comes along and mislead them. Right? People comes along mislead them. Although they were taught the righteousness from Elohim, they decide to reject the messenger. They decide to reject the messenger who bring them the message from the throne, and they accept the one who steal it. So that's my point now. That's what I'm trying to explain to you all right now. Alright, so thank you all for watching today's live, and thank you all for being on the live with us right now. Alright, so I will be doing another live again soon. I'd like you all to just share this live. Much love from Elohim, the Holy Triune Eternal Family, teaching you righteousness from 2007 to 2019 and beyond. Shalom to everyone.